Hello everyone, it's Winona the left-handed beater. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. If you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and comment. I have decided to make myself a necklace or a set of jewelry for St. Patrick's Day on Friday, since I'm actually going to be at the quilt show in Minot on Friday. So I picked up these beads here last time I was in Minot at Joanne, and it was 3 strands just in various sizes. So this was the biggest one. It looks about an 8mm, then maybe a 6, and then a 4. And I've kind of laid out what I think I'm going to do. Might turn out, might not, but I think what I will start with is an eye pin. And I'm going to make myself a little pendant. I like to have a pendant. I like to have my necklaces come together at some point. So I think this is a really heavy duty. Maybe I'll grab another one of these seed beads here. I don't know where these came from. I think I took apart a necklace maybe and got these in there. This feels very thick, but we'll see. So we'll take our tweezer nose and we'll just give this a bend. I'm not going to do any wrap loops because this feels very thick. And I have this little jar off to the side that I keep my little pieces, leftover pieces of metal in. Okay, let's push you down there. This is kind of a different head pin. Got from AliExpress. And then I'm just going to take this and roll it towards me. There we go. What do I do that I always end up with that? This is why I usually wrap my loops, because I always end up with my beads being loose. So this is more of an oblong than I would have liked, but I think where it's going to be fine. So we've got that. Now what do I have for eye pins here? Let's see if that's too short. Let's see how long these are. If not, I'll have to make my own. Oh, that might be long enough. So I'm going to put this on. I love these. These were in my stash. Beautiful check bicone. I don't remember where I got them from, whether it was a leftover. It might have been a leftover from a Sam's bead box. Now let's hope I have enough on here. Where's the hole? You know what? That bead doesn't have a hole in it. Yeah, see here? I don't have enough. So I'll have to, what I'll do is I'll take one of these big head pins and I'll just snip off. I don't even think that's going to be long enough. Must have been these ones here that are really long. I'll pull one out. I still keep mine in baggies in a drawer. I haven't, I put all my jump rings, excuse me, all my jump rings together, and I don't know why I did that, because I'm usually very organized, and I like things separated, but I thought, well, it'll take up less space that way, and I guess it's not that hard to pull a few out to find it, but I do prefer. Oh, sorry, I messed up here. So I need an eye pin. So we'll just chomp this end off here. If you can, let's move in a bit. There we go. So we'll chomp this off here. And I always design with a board. I know many of you don't. And sorry about that. A little interruption there. I bought a screen that I could put in the doorway when I'm doing videos, but nobody pays any attention to it. They come up and they're like, what's this for? Okay, and then we'll turn this. So this is my pendant I'm making. And I could have gone and looked in my pendant container, but I really like it. I got these beads from Kath, and I really like them. So I want to use them. I'm not sure. I use them on jewelry I make for myself, mostly, because I'm not sure if that finish will come off or not. But I don't care if it does. I'll just redo it. So there's another component. And then the last one will be this one here. And it really doesn't matter. I'm gonna push these all the same, facing the same way when I'm done, but I don't know if it matters too much when it's just dangling, if they are all facing the same way or if they're perpendicular, or I don't know. I don't know. This feels like a Fimo clay bead. There we go. And close that up. So I've been doing a lot better. I have a diagnosis of gastroparesis, severe gastroparesis, and I started on a medication a few days ago, and I have been feeling better. I think it interferes with my sleep medication though, and I'm having a hard time getting to sleep. And last night my stomach started bothering me again. So anyway, there's my dangle for my necklace. And we're going to put that right here. And if I have to, I don't think I have to do anything, but if I have to, I'll move my eye pins. I'll align them however I need to align them. So because this is also a necklace for myself, it's going to be 3 strand, because I love 3 strand necklaces. And I am using this wire that I picked up from AliExpress, and I think it's fine, but I don't want to use it on jewelry that I could possibly give away or sell, because I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to last or anything. So, but I already know what I'm wearing Friday, and we're going to go up tomorrow. Actually, we're going to go up Wednesday and come back Friday, so I'm really looking forward to it. Haven't been to the quilt show for a few years. Used to be the highlight of my year. Going to mine up. Oh, anyway, so I have gastroparesis. I'm rambling on and on and on. And I'll have to talk to my doctor, because I was diagnosed with diabetes recently as well. And it could be that the medication I'm on is making it worse than it normally was, but I do know I've been having troubles with my stomach for a long time, since chemotherapy. So hopefully it helps. Hopefully it helps for a long, long time. I'm on a, what am I on? Domperidone. It sounds like a wine. And I guess it's not even approved in the States to be used for this. The FDA removed its approval because doctors were prescribing it to younger women to help them lactate for breastfeeding. Okay, I see a problem right now. Or no, I don't. That's going to come together nicely. But anyway, it's prescribed in Canada, and so far so good. And we only have one stomach specialist. My husband was telling me this. I don't know. But apparently we only have one stomach specialist in all of Saskatchewan, and she is leaving the province in April. So the chance of me seeing a specialist, I guess, are pretty slim. But I just have to watch what I eat. I haven't been eating much for months, and the medication had helped so much that every day I've been, you know, trying something I haven't had. And I made ribs yesterday, and cannot eat ribs, that's for sure. That really hurt my stomach. So I think the important thing is to eat smaller meals more frequently, and don't eat greasy or spicy, any good food. Basically everything kind of mushy. But I just felt terrible last night, and I thought, this is not worth eating to feel like this. Okay, I'm just going to clamp that off. I have no idea, like I haven't even really measured this or anything. I just laid it out the way I thought I might like it. And oh, that is pretty though. Let's look here. Okay, I've done something wrong. Oh, I missed my one bead here. Most of these beads are from my stash, and then there's a strand from Jesse James beads from this month, the pirate one. And the strand is The Adventures of Anne Bonny. Okay, so I'm just gonna clip this a little bit longer than a lot longer than I need it, because I'm not sure what's happening. And I've learned from my mistakes. Often I'll be working on something and I'll leave it and go to something else. I'm gonna zoom out. Oops, wrong way. And excuse that, that's glue. Anyway, I'll clamp both of these with one bead bug, and then when I get back to work I forget about it, and the next thing I know I'm working on it and the beads are falling on the floor. I love that. Isn't that beautiful? Just a few beads. Wow. Okay, so now we're going to string this one, and I think, where did I put them? Here they are. I'm thinking I may use some of these up. So these are from my stash as well. And what good is having a stash if you're not going to use it? So I'm going to do 2 of the medium-sized greens. And these pearls were in my stash. I'm not sure. I might have gotten them from Kath. I'm not sure. Or they could have been in Dee Dee's surprise bag. I got a few of those too. So I'm just going to put a gold bead on each side of the green, the matte green. And we'll see what we've got here. So what else do I have for news? Finally got my girlfriend's Christmas presents done. For not the coming year, for the year before. My friend says, and it's only March. It's like, yep. But I may not get them to you till April. And her birthday's in April. One of them. Actually, 2 of them were in March. And we've had kind of a blizzard the other day. We got more snow, and it's blown in, and my husband's been pushing snow like crazy. So we've had a fair amount of snow this year, and it seems it's either cold or warm. There's no in-between kind of thing. But I'll be glad when the snow's gone, except that means that it's time to get to work outside. Yeah, I don't know where I got those green bicones, but I sure like them. I'll have to watch my videos. I'll have to watch my videos and see. So I've got a gray sweater that's fairly neutral. So I thought I'd wear that on Friday with the necklace and earrings and a bracelet. I might not get a bracelet done, but I have other bracelets I can wear. And then I've got my St. Patty's nails. And if you've noticed, I'm not wearing my grandma's ring because I took it off one day to mix up some hamburger, some ground beef to make hamburgers with, and I had it on the kitchen table with all my rings, and I think someone jumped up and thought it was a toy and oops, that's not right, and started batting it, and I have yet to find it. I better find it because that means a lot to me. I think I need to move the fridge and everything and check it out. Chloe's been a lot quieter since Sage passed away. I think she really misses Sage. She often goes, Sage used to sleep in our laundry room. We have a really big laundry room. And Sage would go in there at night and sleep. And the cat litter's in there too. I have an automated self-cleaning cat litter box. And it stays fairly clean. But anyway, the cat's been sleeping in there lately. I think she misses Sage. I don't think she understands, or he understands what happened to Sage. Poor thing. And he's also decided, we don't do daylight savings time in Saskatchewan. We're the same time all year long. And I hear lots of talk about other places saying, you know, they don't want to do daylight savings time anymore. For us, it makes it more difficult for traveling to remember what time it is everywhere. You know, is it 1 hour difference? I think Manitoba is an hour ahead of us now, and Minot will be an hour ahead of us. So we kind of lose an hour going, but gain an hour coming back. But it's hard to remember what's what. And I've been watching Emma. Oh my goodness. I wish when I first started beading and making jewelry, I was getting the Potomac bead box, Best Bead Box XL, and it came with 2 kits. And so I could learn, because I knew nothing. But I do have sewing skills. Like, I've sewn most of my life, and I've done like cross stitch and needlework and that. But anyway, I still have a couple of kits left to go, and I am just, once those kits are done, that's it. I'm doing my own stuff. Like, Emma's been bezeling Rivolis like crazy, and I want to do that. I've got Rivolis Kath sent me, and I've even got some I got from AliExpress that aren't too bad. I've got, Kath sent some beads a little while ago, and I've had an idea in my head for a bracelet for them, but I need to order some seed beads to go with them. And I've been putting it off till I get these kits done. So maybe, well, my friend is taking a class on Thursday. Maybe I'll sit in the hotel room and do some bead weaving and finish a project. I know I can finish one. It won't take me long to finish the one I'm working on now. And then I guess there's 2 after that, but one it's Russian spiral bracelet, and I'll do it to learn how to do it, but I don't know if I really care for it all that much. But how does that look? This might be longer than I need it. That would be nice on its own, hey? Make sure I have gold on each side of the pearl. And I do. Oops, I need another gold. And I have no idea, like, am I going to use chain? I'm usually reluctant to use chain because my skin wears the finish off of it. But I don't know if I have any leather in green. We'll have to see. Okay, so this one I wanted to do the 3 smallest ones. I wonder though, I wonder if I should change this one up a bit. Put these in. I love cubes. Do I have enough? Oh man, this is going to be cutting it close. Oh, I'm short. That's okay. Oh, I need one in here. Okay, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and the middle one. And then I'll do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You see, I just pulled some beads out. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And I'll do one. No, I can't do that. I have to do the whole thing. I'm talking to myself in my head, but I'm not thinking it through. I was thinking I would do 3 and put a gold and do 3 and put a gold, but I think I only have 8 there, so it wouldn't work unless I did 2 at the end. I don't know. We'll see. And thank you. I've had some new subscribers. Thank you. If you know anyone that beads, send them my way. When I get 1,000 subscribers, I'm hoping to do a big giveaway. Like, you'll have to wait. When I get, well, I'm not even at 700 yet, so I'm still a long ways away. But when I get closer, I'll maybe tell you what my plans are. And I'll have to get this video up before St. Patty's Day. Oops, what am I doing? I obviously can't talk and think at the same time. I am feeling better though. My husband, in the afternoon, the pharmacy was open, so he was able to get my medication, and still didn't feel good last night, but today I'm feeling much better. I should never let that happen. I gotta figure out a better system, because it's not working. And that's the one I seem to forget. And I'll go days without it, and then the withdrawals symptoms start kicking in, and it's like, oh no. Why can't it be one that, you know, you don't feel so crappy once? But, and living in a rural area, like, we don't have stores open every day. And even if they had already filled it, but even if they hadn't, how would another store contact them to pull the prescription so they could fill it. Like usually they call or fax. But if our store's closed, how can they do that? Oh, and I was talking about Emma. Emma is doing such beautiful stuff on her site. She's not scared to try anything, that girl. And she was talking about her childhood yesterday and Easter, and she had talked about it before, but okay. Oh yeah. And when she talked about the Bay City Rollers, I thought, oh my goodness, I can tell we're about the same age, because Bay City Rollers was one of the first concerts I ever went to without grown up with me. Me and my girlfriend went. I love the Bay City Rollers. I still have an album of them my sister bought for me. But I'm actually thinking of going to a vinyl store, and a store that sells old records, and picking up some. Well, maybe you guys don't know, I have loved Dolly Parton since I was little. I grew up on her music, and I love her old music from the 60s, early 70s, more so than from then on. But we used to have all the records growing up, and I don't know where they probably are long gone now. But there's something about vinyl. There's something about that scratchiness, and a turntable, loading your turntable up with albums and then, you know, letting them fall as they play. So I told Mom, one of these times when I come to the city, I want to go to a vinyl store and see if I can find any old country music records. I know I listened to Sirius XM in the car, and I listened to Willie's Roadhouse, all the old country music from the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s. And I think it's just nostalgia, because that's what my dad played in a band and sang. And as kids, he would buy a record, and we would sit at the record player. Well, he would too. I don't even think he took what we wrote down, but we would listen to a song over and over again to write the words down for him, because he could hear a song and play it, but you can't always remember the words or get all the words. And we would sit there and back and forth and back and forth, and yeah, we had a big old stereo. And thankfully my parents never complained when we played music like that. Like, I think as a teenager, I had a stereo. I bought myself a stereo in my bedroom and put it in my bedroom. And at night, when I studied, I always listened to music, and they never once said, turn it down or anything. Ooh, I like that. It's got a little bit of a purple in there, hey? Okay, so I don't think that one needs to be this long. Let's clamp this end. I'll push this down and we'll clamp that end. Oh yeah. I have enough beads here. I can do a bracelet if I want to, but we'll see. So I'm going to move this off to the side. I guess off in here I can put it. I'll put this here. This was the next one. Too long. So we will, well, let's put this one down and see where this one hits us. Come on. Okay, so I think I can take these off. And then I can take these off as well. And then, where should we go here? Let's take these off. And these off. I think that's nice like that. So let's put these off to the side. Put them in there. Now I want something. Will a middle one fit in here? No. A middle one, a little one? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an eye pin and I'm going to put it through here and here, and that's not going to work because it doesn't stay in there. So I'll use one of these seed beads. That's still not going to work, Winona. Okay. I wonder if one of these beads will fit in there tight. I want to fill that hole. Nope, that's too big. Okay. I hate to waste a bicone. It's going to be too big, I bet. Let's see here. Okay, maybe if we do another one of those beads. Okay, let's make this tight this time, Winona. Come on. Don't you love it when your fingers just won't do what your brain tells them to do? Okay, get back over there. Let's make you tight. And then what I'll do is I'll have each of these strands come through there, but I'll maybe do a jump ring. Okay, so I'll grab another one and grab a medium bead. on that. I have to find a medium bead in here. Okay, I'm quite quiet, aren't I? I need to think. And then we'll cut this off here. We'll just turn this up here like this. Okay. And we'll put these in here. See, this was a necklace I got at the thrift store, I'm sure. I think it was a Leah Sophia necklace, and I took all the beads off of it. They're not technically any size. They're kind of like an 8/0, but you know, if you were doing bead weaving and you needed an 8/0, probably wouldn't be the best idea to use them. Aren't those cute? Okay, so now, what are we gonna do? I need some crimp beads. I'm just going to use crimp tubes. And my crimping pliers. Now, it depends what day it is and what mood I'm in, and it might even change as I'm doing my jewelry. But I remember hearing Jill Wiseman say, if you've crimped properly, you do not need to leave a tail on it. So I tend to usually cut my tail off. And then other days, I will tuck it in into some beads. But this, I love these crimping pliers. Just hold on a second, we'll zoom in a bit. So you can see I've got my crimp tube, and I've looped, and I'm kind of holding apart my ends here. And then this has a little divot here at the very far back. Can you see that divot where there's like a tooth sticking out that's going to nestle in that divot? You rest your bead in the divot, and then you just squeeze. Okay, as you can see, I crimped it. My son came in the room and interrupted me, and I've got two little channels there. Now I'm going to turn it so they're facing to my left, and that's how I do it. And then I just put it in one of these channels along here, and then I work my way. I'm just folding it over like a taco, and I work my way down to the end, and I've got a good crimp. And part of the thing is make sure you have good quality crimps too. Like, there's certain things you can cheap out on when you're doing projects, like anything, and then there are other things where you need to get the proper tools. Look how much extra thread, extra stringing wire I have here, but that doesn't matter because that's a good length for a bracelet. So we'll leave this dangle here. We'll thread our crimp bead on, and we'll pull the end through. The second one's always harder than the first, and some days are good crimping days and other days are not. So I don't want to get this too tight, but I also don't want to have it too loose. There's kind of a fine balance, and I'm just pulling this down and down, and I want my loop a little bit smaller. I want it to kind of be close to what it was on the other side. Look at the difference. So I'm going to crimp, and then I'm going to go the other way. Actually, maybe I should just test that one. Oh yeah, that's good. When I first started beading, I had a bracelet that the crimp came loose on it, on one. But after, I haven't had any of my own pieces come loose. I've had, see, there you go. I can't do it. Anyway, that's a good bracelet piece, so keep that to the side. So where's my crimp bead? So we'll do the same on this one. We'll start at one end. And I don't know why I'm working so far away from myself when the camera's so close now. And this is just wire that I got off of AliExpress, nothing fancy. I save the fancy stuff for if I'm going to make something for someone else, or possibly I'm going to sell it. At least for sure till I know that this will stand, oopsie, that this will stand up. There we go. Nice and tight. Make sure when you're clipping that you're not clipping both sides. Here's another big piece, but you can use them. Don't worry too much. And sometimes I think that sometimes you just gotta waste. It makes it easier on you too. You know, why fight? Why fight with it when you've only got a, if you'll know, if you've ever crimped and you just have like an inch of wire, how difficult that is. So which way is this? Okay. So I just wanted to test that to see, because I think I crossed my wire over on my other side, which isn't the end of the world. It still crimps. Okay, and then just, yeah, I love this crimping plier. And if it isn't a tight crimp, redo it or fix it, because you don't want to be wearing something and all of a sudden all your beads fall off. Okay, number 2. And let's pull you down. I don't want to waste too much. This is the side where you don't need that much wire. Okay, and then we'll crimp that. And if you notice, oops, I'm sorry, I'm off camera. If you notice, my crimping tool only crimps to about up to here, so then I had to press it again to get the bottom half. But it does allow you to get really nice and close into your beads. Oh, family. Now I'm going to have to help my son all afternoon, and I mean, I'll get this done before St. Patrick's Day. But I guess he helps me a lot too. So now if I want to do a 3-strand bracelet, I can probably do it with my leftover wire here. Okay. Oops. Almost messed up. Okay. That one I didn't do the best job, but I'm sure it's going to be fine. Well, we'll see. Okay, we'll try to crimp that again. Oops, I think I just undid my crimp. I might have to cut that off. You know what? I'm going to cut that crimp off because even though it feels tight, it doesn't look right. There we go. Okay, that's better. And it's like anything. The more you practice, the better it gets. I was so intimidated when I first started. The thought of crimping just... And then I would leave the wire go halfway through the necklace or bracelet, worried that, you know, it would come loose on me. What am I going to do if it comes loose? Okay, I'm just going to clean up my desk here. We'll just do this and that and that. These two are going to be very close in length. So now I think I'm going to use a jump ring. I just need to reach under my desk to find my jump rings. Oh, they're right beside me. So there's one. No, they're not the same. See what I mean? Why did I do that? I think Wendy Whitman had them like that, and I thought, oh, if it works for her, it'll work for me. And now I see she separated all hers. Okay. I use my crimping plier for a lot of things besides crimping. I use it to help me open jump rings. Okay, so we'll do this, and this, and this one here. And then we'll close that up. I can't believe how quickly this went together. And I gotta do this one, this one. I seldom use, what are those called? Wire guards? I find that they're itchy, like they catch. This jump ring's a little misshapen. Okay. So we've got that, and I'm going to put you on hold for a second. I'm going to see if I have any leather that'll look good with this. Okay, let's hope I can remember how to do this. It's been quite the day here on the farm. Let's see if we can even get that through our little... I'm just gonna, maybe I'll cut it clean. Clean break there, and we'll slide this through. It's been a long time since I've done a barrel knot, so let's see if I can do it right or not. So I think I'll do the short end here. It's been so long. Okay, so we'll go there. I need a longer end here. This is leather that Kath sent me a year or so ago. And when I find the right project for it, okay, there we go. It's the getting started that's hard. And I'm so chintzy, I don't want to waste any leather. Okay. I'm not going to need much leather. I think I only have about 4 or 5 inches that I need to add to this necklace. So I will leave. So I only need to add about that much. So I'll cut it here. And I will do the same thing on the other side. I am not the most graceful when it comes to things like this. And there, my bead is coming up. It's been quite the day here. Oh man. That through. Okay. So if you want to learn how to actually do a barrel knot, probably not the best idea to watch me. I don't know why I'm so uncoordinated. And I didn't leave enough leather again. Darn it, I think I'm starting to get kind of into panic mode. Because I have to get supper going and pack. And I wanted to get this set of jewelry done before, like today, so that I could film it and get it up before. And now, see here, I don't have enough cord for that to go all the way through this little barrel bead. But what I can do is I can pull the barrel bead out and see that it's gone through there already. I hope that makes sense. And I did one too many wraps. Darn it. Let's redo that. Okay guys, doesn't take much to frazzle me. But my son decided he works at what's called a shutdown. It's a plant that cleans fuel, like gasoline, and it's called an upgrader. And they shut down and they do maintenance on it, and he usually goes, and he wants to go through a different union hall this time. And they started already, and he comes to me today and he wants everything done today. He needs a new resume, he needs all this, and I'm like, why do you guys leave everything till the last minute? I have plans. And then this weekend he brought me an Apple computer his friend bought online, and he couldn't get it upgraded. So he brought it to me to upgrade the computer for his friend, and I said, Dustin, I have plans. But he does help me a lot, so okay, that's better. Make sure you pull these tight, and I'll put some glue in there after. There we go. I'm not going to trim, well, I can trim this to about here for now, and to about there. And then I'm going to cut it. Let's put this around my neck and see. Okay, let's try this again. What a day. So I think I only need about this much of the leather. Not a whole lot, really. But I don't want this necklace to be that long. And then I've got some E6000. And I just use this lid. I just put a little bit of glue on there. And I have a toothpick here that I use. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue inside here. I should have made sure this is one of the ones that actually work. Okay, and we'll do the same. First, this time I'm going to make sure that this fits on here. Oh yeah, plenty of room. And then we'll just put some glue inside. Honestly, don't know if I'm going to get earrings and a bracelet made to go with it. If I do, I'll just do a picture at the end. Okay, this one went on really well. So I think I'm going to close it. Whoa! Okay, that wasn't a good idea. Oh my goodness, this is a do not do what Winona does video. I need to get that off though, because I just made a mess of it. I was talking on the phone to a friend a few minutes ago, and I said, I think my day kind of got, my plans got changed and it's thrown me off, and like I'm kind of shaky, and I need a bit more glue. So I will finish this necklace, and then I will show pictures if I do any jewelry to go with it. I really think I'm going to go downstairs and rest a bit, maybe start supper. Okay, and we'll leave that sit. And then I'll do the, what is that glue? that's got the little fine tip that we push in the air. I can't think what that's called. Obviously not doing well. Okay. So we'll trim that up. I'm going to call it quits for the day, and I'll try to get this up before St. Patrick's Day. Oh, it feels like a schmozzle. Anyway, I wish you lots of love and happiness until we meet again. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.